Game 162 is in the books. It has been a year. This regular season for the Blue Jays, I think I mentioned it yesterday, was probably the most difficult to cover because of how tough they were to watch at times, and even in the wins, it felt tough to watch. But no matter what way you look at it, the Jays are in the postseason. And I've been seeing on social media, and I got asked a few questions about, do you like the celebrating the way the Jays did, right? Clubhouse, champagne, all that stuff. I say yes. And the reason I say so is because, in my personal opinion, baseball is the hardest sport to make the playoffs in. Because of how 162 games, you're basically playing every single day. And it's a grind. It is a claw. Not everybody's healthy, and you got to have depth, and you got to have this. It's the definition of a team game. So to get to that mountaintop, for what it is, obviously the mountaintop is the World Series, but that next mountaintop, which is making the postseason, is a mission and a half. And to do it is incredible. And for this Blue Jays team, who all year long hurt us a lot. Like for me personally, being in LA to watch them melt down, watch Eric Swanson in particular melt down in LA, and watch Mitch White get walked off in LA was painful. After being up, 3 or 4 in the ninth. I was there in Colorado when they had those big leads, that one big lead, and they blew it. Painful. Every loss felt painful. Every win was sweaty like crazy. But at the end of it all, after 162 games, it doesn't matter. Because they made it. And starting on Tuesday, when the Jays travel to Minneapolis, both teams are 0-0. And everything else in the 162 game schedule means nada. Am I going to sit here and tell you that I'm 100% fully confident in what these guys are going to do? No, I can't. After the way this year has gone, I can't sit here and say that I have the utmost confidence. But am I going to sit my rear down and watch and cheer for these guys from pitch 1 to the final one of the game? You're damn right. Because in the almost 50 years of this franchise, and if you want to count 2020's postseason, the Jays have only made it 10 times. Enjoy it. Cheer on your guys. Until the very end. It has been a riot, Jays fans. 162, like I mentioned, is done. Whatever happened all year long, all the heartbreaks, all the tough losses to bad teams, or if you did this would have happened. It's done. We move on to Tuesday. And I'm going to do more in-depth stuff when it comes to Minnesota in the preview video tomorrow once we start hearing about pitching matchups and whatnot. But hey, I'm going to tell you guys this. Everybody wanted the Jays to face Minnesota, okay? My whole mindset was get in, I don't care who you see. Tampa Bay is the Rays. Probably the best coaching staff, and you're at the Trop. So there's that. And their team is damn good. Minnesota, everyone's like, well, they're in the AL Central, blah, 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 this and that. Sure. But in a short 3-game best of 3 wild card series, you're going to be facing Sonny Gray and Pablo Lopez in the first 2 games. Sonny Gray had the second best ERA in the American League behind Garrett Cole. And I'm going to quickly do a little. So what did, Pablo Lopez, where's his numbers? There he is. 367 ERA, 234 strikeouts in 194 innings. Incredible pitcher. Then you look at if it goes to a third game, they could have Joe Ryan out there, who's, had a tough second half. He was really good in the first half, but again, still a guy that they definitely trust. And then they have the back end of the bullpen with one of the best closers in baseball, Johan Duran. And then their offense, it may not be sexy. The names might not be sexy sometimes, but they hit the long ball. And come playoff time, what have we heard constantly down the stretch? The home run plays in the playoffs. So, I don't know what to expect in this series. I am ready to talk about it already, but I will wait till tomorrow to go into depth about it. But what I will say is this, and I'm going to end it off like this. This year has been tough to watch, yes. But I am damn proud of these guys. Like I mentioned, the hardest sport in professional sports to make the postseason. And with everything that happened last year, Kikuchi, Barrios, basically unpitchable, to being outstanding this year. Alek Manoah, non-existent, really, at this point. He's I don't even know if he's going to pitch a game for the Blue Jays anymore. That's kind of where I'm at. And it sucks because I have his damn jersey. With losing your top 5 Cy Young Award winner basically all year long, with Kikuchi and Barrios bounce back, with the addition of Chris Bassett to your rotation, remarkable. Bullpen stuff. You add Eric Swanson. You add Jordan Hicks to a bullpen that desperately needed some reinforcements. You added Genesis Cabrera at the deadline, who ended up being a big part of the bullpen, at least for a good portion of the second half of the year. Offensively, Brandon Belt has the highest OPS on the team. I believe he's ahead of Bo Bichette. Bo put up over 300 batting average season. Vladdy led your team in home runs. I understand the frustration with Vladdy all year. And if you watch my videos, you know I was feeling the same. But the adversity, the Matt Chapman stuff, right? Dalton Varsho getting traded over here and trying to feel like he had to get lifted by the world. He had a really good last 2 or 3 weeks heading into the playoffs. I'm proud of these guys. I truly am, because they made it this far. There were moments in the season where I didn't think they would. And there were times where I almost guaranteed that they wouldn't make it because of what we were watching. But they fought back and they punched their ticket. Game 1 on Tuesday against the Twins. All right, I'm jacked up. I'm ready to go. But now it's time to get things ready. All right, so Jays fans, I'm not going to talk any more about Minnesota and the Blue Jays series coming up. I'll save that for tomorrow's video. It'll be tomorrow evening, maybe around this time. Tomorrow. All right, so Jays fans, I want to thank you guys so much for all the support this year, as painful at times as it's been. 162 games is a long year, and it takes a lot of grinding for me to do videos for you guys when the team plays tough. But I love every second of it, and I love all of you guys. Let's go. Oriole fans, good luck against, who the hell are the Orioles? No, they get the bye, don't they? Because they won the division and all that stuff. I think they get the bye, right? And they have to play... I think that's the case, right? Yeah, they play okay, so they have a bye so they can enjoy some time off. But for Jays fans, Jays, Twins, Tuesday, game 1 of the best of 3. The real season starts now. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the result of this year, I guess is the way I want to put it, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below your thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the season that was, your fondest moment, your worst moments from the 2023 Jays season. For me personally, as much as that Texas series was awful, it was being in Colorado to watch them have the bases loaded I think they're up 4 or 5-0, and you end up blowing it to Colorado and have a chance to lay with the bases loaded. Horowitz strikes out, and then watching Swanson melt down in LA as it looked like you were going to win the first 2 games after I got told off by fans in LA to be quiet after Jansen had the bases clearing double or whatever. So painful. Those are my tough ones. What were yours? Let me know in the comments below. But no matter what, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all those links are down below. I'll talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night. Games, what are we at? 6 of the preseason. I think we welcome in the Habs to Scotiabank Arena. And as for the Blue Jays, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for the Wild Card Series preview between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Minnesota Twins, which gets going on Tuesday. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and of course, the continuous support. We'll talk to you guys then.